Marie Dumont, Hardpoint off the break. We're watching our beautiful sky cam to see how exactly OG pushes on in. It's Scump first into the hill, rocking that airborne class, gives him that little bit of extra sprint time. A little bit quicker as well, getting right onto the Hardpoint.
Formal now trying to wall bang, see if he can make a play, but on the flank coming in is going to be Temp. So he finds a couple of kills, and now it's going to be, I thought, well, a very, very quick flip there. Is they're going to be able to get spawns through that flank?
I didn't get to see, but I know one player pinched on in from that outside kind of B, S, and D area on the map, that courtyard. I don't know if he challenged someone or OpTic just left that lane open and they found that out and Envy kind of picked up on it and got that quick break. But yeah, you actually could not ask for a better start to a St. Marie Dumont Hardpoint if you're EnvyUS for the situation you started.
You get the time, you get the spawns immediately for the second Hardpoint. Like usually it's a bit of a battle there to get that flip.
Yeah. Happens
immediately. You see number 2 on the minimap already set up. That's going to be a hook for Envy, ready for the next Hardpoint. And the pressure is going to start to come into him. That grenade might actually hit something over the top. No, doesn't connect.
Classic right now is trying to hold these back spawns. It's only Hook near the Hardpoint. Classic should pick up on this kill just in time, but OpTic still actually spawning back here. Even with the pressure from Envy, there's 2 Classic runs out of ammo.
Yeah.
Not able to get the third.
I think it was, I believe, Temp and one of their players pushed pretty far up the mid-street there.
Yeah.
They were so far across the other side of the map that you left that back top right pocket, kind of the mini-map open, and OpTic gets that favorable spawn. They're going to be able to rack up some time behind that. So you had a chance to not really bury OpTic, but you could be looking at maybe a 70-0 type lead if that doesn't happen to Envy.
Rough situation there. Temp actually just team-killed Slasher, who was in control of the Hardpoint. He was the guy trying to thwart the rest of that OpTic gaming push. Either way, even if Envy give up the scrap time, they will still have a 10-second lead. You can see Classic and crew watching that outside field lane. Envy are so far pushed up. I love the setup they have right now, Maven. Typically, we're used to seeing, one person by field, one person, at that middle street car. Instead, Slasher's top mid building.
It's true. But, I mean, if you're OpTic right now, are you fortunate to only be down 15 points when you have 1 in 6 for Crim, 1 in 9 for Karma? Like, you're 2 in 15 combined. Like, this should be more of a blowout for Envy right now if it weren't for the basically poor control of the second Hardpoint.
No, absolutely. This is very uncharacteristic numbers, especially coming out of the likes of Crim6 off the break of this map. Triple negative. Temp trying to hold this outside lane. He at least gets 1. This pressure from Crim, will it be enough to flip these spawns? As of right now, the answer is no. OpTic are now getting absolutely slaughtered in the slaying department as everyone is positive on Team EnvyUS.
And this will be an easy kill for Temp, so that pressure from the backside. They get the kill at just the right time, so you still get a favorable spawn here, at least from Envy, which will give you another attack. Hoop goes big, picking up a 2-piece inside of the Hardpoint. Classic trying to get some shots kind of through that stable cut. Weaken anybody can through mid-map, but now, let's see if OpTic can get something going here, because, I mean, the only reason they have anything to show is a small slip-up by Envy and maybe a favorable spawn for him.
Yeah, I do want to point out, it's been interesting to see, if you take a look at Classic right now, he's actually running that second AR for Team EnvyUS. Temp and Hoop kind of just flying around with the SMGs. It's what we kind of know and love from when they were the aggressive duo back together in Advanced Warfare when they really got their start. Here it looks like it's working so far on this map as, again, everything clicking for Team EnvyUS right now. It's another flawless break on this lookout post. They're up by over a minute here, Maven.
Yeah, I can't say it more. Like, this should be worse. I mean, they're destroying OpTic right now. This could literally be like a 150-0 almost type game if it wasn't for one moment. This is unbelievable.
Let me ask you this. Is this an Envy team that's angry from their loss that they saw earlier tonight and are now taking that out?
I think that's part of it. And also, I think you have a lot of young players, confident players on Envy. I think they're going to be a team that always plays to their competition in a way. Like when they play against OpTic, I think they're going to play better because it's just, I don't know, there's more on the line, man.
Temp lives off this. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
This is why Temp is playing competitive Call of Duty, is for matches like this. As right now, Envy up by 80 at the end of our first rotation. Everyone in double-digit kills for Envy, while only one member of OpTic has reached that number, and that's Formal, who's currently 12 and 11. Who trying to pinch from this top side, spots one. Scump with the quick reaction time does turn around and trade out that kill. OpTic with the first 20 seconds down with this middle Hardpoint as they try to narrow this lead down to under a minute.
Yeah, and I want to try and see maybe what's going on with Karma, because he's 5 and 15 right now. Even though they got the series victory earlier, I didn't see any maps that he was really doing very well, at least from a statistical standpoint. Let's see if maybe he can pick things up a little bit right now. Not that anyone's a standout right now in OpTic Gaming.
That's a really cheeky spot from Scump right there. You're so used to seeing people use that cover behind that little kind of wall on the inside right corner, that box. Scump knows you can wall bang that side and picks them right off that area. Definitely expect to see more players do that as the year goes on. See that box right there? Nice Crim reaction time.
A nice reaction as he gets 2 kills, and you've got spawns this time for OpTic Gaming as we get to our second hard point in the second set. Can they turn this into a lot of time? I mean, they get like a full hold here. I don't believe you gave up any streaks to Envy. That's like the one positive, at least that I saw. So you get a nice hold here, all of a sudden you're right back in this game.
Yeah, it's a good point to bring up. The no streaks from the side of Envy that we've at least seen, especially with how many kills they've gotten. You'd think there'd be some. And it looks like OpTic Gaming will have the number advantage here in a moment. Look at the green arrows surging towards the hard point. They want these 35 remaining seconds.
Yep, they've got a 4-on-1 now at the hard point. Scump should be able to clean it up. There you go. The break in for OpTic Gaming with 30 seconds remaining. If they can hold here, they're edged even closer to maybe taking control of this game, which, I mean, it's been all Envy from the first second.
Crim gets the fighter pilot, and even though it's only 1 streak, you could not ask for a better score streak on this next hill when we move towards this outside field area. Watch when Crim uses a streak. I will guarantee he gets 3 kills with it if he calls it on it at the right time.
He's in a gunfight, wins that. Does he go ahead and pop it now? No, still challenging 4, but he will drop to Hook. Hook picks up.
He should use it off spawn. He should get closer to the hill and then use it. That's what I'm expecting. We'll see. Yeah, there you go. Yep. 3 kills right here. Watch.
Here it comes. It was like delayed for a second. 1, 2.
Oh.
I
know what I'm talking about sometimes.
Able to pick it up. 3 kills for Crim. And still,
that's why it's the best streak in the game.
Inching ever closer. Yeah, no, it's one of the best streaks ever.
It's so perfect for this scenario. And now look at this. OpTic, who didn't rotate to either of the last 2 hills, get some. Engagement victories, folks. Last time at the end of the first rotation, it was a 100-second lead for Envy. Now you've got Scump fully streaked out. OpTic should take the lead here as we move back towards the bottom middle hard point.
And look at that difference. You know, when Envy goes in that tear at the beginning of the game, they don't get any streaks. When OpTic starts to heat up, you get a streak for Crim. You get full streaks for Scump. The difference is just going to be staggering here, especially on a map like St. Marie.
Crim has gone 21-9 since the start of this map. A major reason why this OpTic Gaming team has brought this game back, but again, do not count out Envy yet. The big difference, though, Maven, is when Envy went on that big streak to earn that lead, they had 0 score streaks to show for it.
Yep.
OpTic, when they come back, Scump, look, flamethrower, glide bomb.
Thank you for reiterating my exact point I just said.
Fighter pilot, sorry. I'm making sure we touch on everything.
No. I mean, it really is the truth of it, though. Like, that's a huge difference in this, but still, a nail biter here. But if you look at the top of the map, it's still going to be spawns here for Envy. Picking up a little bit of time is OpTic. That's 3 down. Now, can they push forward? Formal's going to be a key player here.
They have no one watching this.
No one at all. Like, how? Why is everyone just trying to fly back towards the hard point? Now look at the number 2 and 4. They're all spawning out stables.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I understand what the thought process was there from Envy.
I like this setup right now for OpTic. They've got members near the new spawn. Formal, he's the person in the hill. Should be a cleanup on a Temp. No, doesn't actually hit a shot, so Temp will stay alive. Scump trying to push this outside lane. Every member of OpTic here. This score, 208 to 203 in favor of the boys in blue, but it's OpTic in control of the spawns and now in control of the hill.
Crim building towards streaks here, challenges the edge. Nice gunfight win there, and now you're all spawning field. Trying to push forward is Envy. But Crim and company holding the back line. They technically, with a flawless hold, I believe will hit exactly 250.
Another streak earned, even more coming on in. OpTic cannot win off this hill, but they've got the tools to rotate if needed. Maven, earlier we spoke about how Envy had 4 players positive. Now they only have 1, which is Temp at 25 and 22.
And Envy, a team that seems to maybe tilt sometimes, Jack. Like, how painful is this game, though? One in which you're destroying.
And Envy get two-piece and they begin to tilt.
But you were just absolutely crushing at the beginning of this one, and things fall apart. You gotta think just mentally it's gonna kill them.
It's simple as what we say. It's like, you're not gonna have Scump and Karma going, or Crim and Karma going a combined 2 and 15 for the whole map. They'll turn it around at some point, and when they do, things like this happen. OpTic Gaming take map number 1, 250 to 212.
Well, Merc, you said the E-Classico hasn't really been that close. Most definitely will. Of course, the game on the main stage, though, OpTic Gaming versus Team EnvyUS. Envy came out all guns blazing at the start of the St. Marie du Mont hardpoint, but it was OpTic Gaming that just managed to get control around the middle of the map, and all of a sudden, it was just a very, very dominant performance from them, streaks galore. Now, though, we head over to map number 2 in the series. It's going to be Search and Destroy on London Docks. Will OpTic Gaming go up 2-0, or will Envy potentially tie up the series and put themselves in a better position, of course, to try and take it? Very, very difficult to win a series when you're 2-0 down. Reverse sweeps don't happen very often. But for now, map number 2 about to get underway.
Here's what I'm interested in here right now, Maven, is EnvyUS has had a 100-second lead in Hardpoint and choked it. They're also the most vocal team about how much they dislike the Kar 98 sniper and think it's very strong and might be overpowered, especially Slasher and Temp.
Oh, I've seen Slasher tweet 40 times about it.
Yeah, I'm wondering if OpTic try to throw them off even more by just using the Kar 98 as much as possible. And like, imagine Formal goes off here, tilts him into oblivion.
They're already damn near close to oblivion, I think, after game 1. Well, let's see what they can do. Well, quickly, it's Hook by himself now. We'll see if he can make a play in this. It would be a 1 versus 4. Tagged up.
There it goes. That's the car in the hands of Formal. I think, did everyone on OpTic get a kill right there? I believe everyone got involved. I still go ahead and hit a routine shot right there. Doesn't get much easier than that, as OpTic Gaming have a clean first round with a fast plan today.
And that is the exact opposite of what you wanted to kick off game 2. If you're Envy, after a brutal loss like that, you want to come in, get a hot start. They get blown off the map very, very quickly. Can they rebound now in round 2? It's their turn on offense.
Envy played this map in game mode combination 0 times at Dallas. They played 0 London Docks S&D maps.
That bodes well. Classic. Playing inside of Cole will shift focus over to OpTic, as sniping on Dockside is going to be Formal. He saw a grenade get tossed, so believes there's one at the edge, but as he backs up, let's maybe shift over to the offense towards the B side, as there's not going to be anything in his scope for a while.
Yeah, Envy have already begun to kind of peek on up Crim, whose job is typically to watch over this B site. For OpTic is playing very, very passively. They're looking more at a retake scenario than kind of a defend the bomb scenario.
Well, we saw in the last game, JCap in a similar position. He was able to go clutch playing deep like that at B, but now as the rotation comes across, Hook does get the first blood.
Crim6 with a beautiful nade on the Slasher will actually even things back out, and he kills the bomb planter. They were planting for the back B side where they can be spotted easily by Crim6.
Yeah, and it's basically the same thing JCap did in the last series. Just played passive like that, came up with some clutch kills, but Hook's already connected with 2 snipes in this round. He's by himself again.
For the ace, Crim. Oh!
Nope.
Hook for the ace now.
Shoots off his boot.
He's only got 13 seconds. He's got to hit a crazy shot on the Karma if this is going to happen. 9 seconds left.
He wants it. He knows he's back there.
Karma
he knows he's back there.
Things on out. Peeks the corner. Can't get the scope down in time. You thought he had a chance.
Half a second more.
Oh, yeah.
And Karma might be throwing his headset.
More, like a 1/10 of a second.
Yeah. That was the battle of Crim and Hook throughout the course of that one, but it's Karma that gets the final say there, clutching up in the 1 versus 1 and getting another round on the board for OpTic Gaming.
I'm actually really surprised with how Envy tried to plant that. They tried to plant it on the side that Crim was already watching. I mean, I would have thought they would have planted it for Cole, especially with where they had Temp set up, but I guess not.
Well, maybe, you know, the first player he picked up with the grenade was maybe who was looking over it to hold it, and things just kind of fell apart from there.
OpTic keeps smoking this cross to be able to get towards A. You see right there, cuts off the sight line of any sniper.
5.
One. Oh, he whiffs the shot.
You got to hit that.
I heard the rest of the analysts saying that there was some snipes Formal was missing a little bit early on a map in their series earlier tonight too. Maybe just a little bit off today with the sniper.
Well, I'll tell you who is off right now. Everyone on Envy, outside of Hook, is no one yet able to locate a kill.
Combined 0 and 6. Slasher, they've got Karma pinned. This should be the first blood opportunity for Envy. This should absolutely be where they try to get this first kill. And look, Karma's baiting it on out.
Waste all your ammo. How does he get out of that?
Hook sees one. It's Formal who's peeking middle. Oh no, why would you ever? Oh, he got lucky. There was a mantle there. 1v3, and they know Karma's inside this A site. This should be a round win for Envy.
Yeah, he is in just about the roughest spot you could be, playing bottom water there. 3 players left, nothing he can do whatsoever, and Envy gonna get around on the board. Final kill cam here for Classic.
Doesn't get much easier than that. Formal tried to make something happen in middle map, but a great job by Slasher to recognize he's got to rotate on over there and help clean up that kill.
Classic on your screen. He has got to start bringing it together. I mean, I think the people I've heard taking the most flack has kind of been Classic and Hook with regards to their results kind of for this team thus far. They've got to get it going. So much hype around this team. And they haven't showed a whole lot yet.
Again, with the sniper, Formal's job is to watch the cross to the A bomb. He'll call out nothing's there. Slasher with the first blood. They know Krim is typically the lone player at B, so you should see those Envy blue arrows begin to flood up the map.
Yeah, this should be a much easier plant with Krim no longer in the equation. He went huge last time with 3 kills. Now it looks like you have 2 that are going to have to try and retake through that mid-cut. So narrow, so difficult to push through. The one wrapping around the top side of your minimap is going to be Scump. It's going to be on him to make a play. Karma trying to go around the bottom side. You're basically layered across the entire map right now for OpTic.
All signs are pointing towards a 2-2 game. Formal gets the nade onto the player on site. He goes one shot, and just like that, it's Formal by himself in a 1v4.
He's tagged up. He's gone. Nice shots from Classic there to peek at mid-map.
First blood is everything there. So many teams only send one towards B, and once Slasher gets that kill on the Krim, it's a green light to immediately take that site. Envy know that. If you noticed right there, Formal's watching the cross, and typically it's a player you would never want to challenge. So what does Classic do? He drops a sticky grenade inside that gate area. And as many people know in this game, grenades, when they explode, it almost leaves like a baby smoke behind it, like a little bit of cover. So Classic, as that nade explodes, times his dive to the site, and Formal actually doesn't even see him cross, which gives him the opportunity to play.
And I think Krim mixed it up a little bit, right? He played really passive in that first defensive round. That time tried to play a little bit more aggressive and got caught. Let's see what he does next time, maybe on the B defensive end. But nice shots there from Classic. He's about to get pushed from lower. That's Karma with a nice trade. Formal connecting with the snipe as well.
That's a challenge you just don't really need to do.
You're weak. Yeah, couldn't agree more. Just not a challenge. Just one of those ones where you're feeling yourself, you hit a shot, you want to take the second. More often than not, that's going to bite you.
Slasher 1v2. It was a 1v3. He just barely missed the side of Crim6 running into that site. He thinks there's still someone top middle. Little does he know, he could not be more wrong. I mean, he probably won't push into the site until there's about 20 seconds left on the clock as he pushes towards one of these doors.
And this is even harder because he doesn't have quick draw on this, so if he's trying to push in, like full sprint, win a gunfight inside this A site, it's going to be very, very difficult. He's not going to have that ability to quick snap at close range, but really nice shots there onto Krim.
No time. That's a round one for OpTic.
No time. But look how close he is a streak, so you're working on that, so it works out, and he gets another kill.
Wow, so close. 25 points off a fighter pilot. How does he try to play things now? You mentioned how he was having a slow start at 0-2. Well, since you brought that up, maybe he's gone 6-0. So.
It's true. It's true.
I think you're the reason he's doing well.
Yeah, you're welcome, Austin. Let's start off with Slasher though in the next round.
Like his first name's like a derogatory thing to say.
Shot of Slasher there as he is coming alive in this search and destroy. Let's see if he can get the streaks. And like you said, how does he play it? Let's watch it develop here. But
what?
That's one you usually think he's going to hit. Can we get back? Yes, to Slasher's POV. I just want to see if he can find these streaks. They gave him the bomb in this.
Yep, makes sense. Why don't we go for those plants?
He needs some help, though. I mean, he doesn't really have anyone to push forward with.
So now, if Temp gets spotted by Formal inside beer, you should see Krim peek. Oh, Krim will just do it anyway, and that's one that I don't agree with.
Slasher spots one in the back. You have the 4v3 advantage. Just get him into sight and let him get this bomb down. And on the other side, Karma, still a lone player. B is starting to inch his way forward towards side room.
Oh, that was Slasher, too.
He's got, okay, so Karma backed out. I was about to say, if they try to wrap this out, Karma was in a really aggressive position, but now they call it out. You see on the minimap, he's back the whole way out to play it passes, so he makes sure to get together with his teammates. They need to try and stop this plant before Slasher can pick up some streaks, and that shot ends up being huge.
That could be the game-saving shot for the side of OpTic Gaming. Now it's Classic all by himself as he gets clotheslined by the sniper bullet of Formal. No streaks, no round win, as Formal Sniper makes a difference there in round 6.
Yeah, we talked about him missing some snipes. He hit the ones that matter there. He hit the ones that matter. I mean, he might not even realize how close Slasher actually was. Like the fact that if he gets that bomb planted, he's looking at full streaks.
I'm going to tell you right now, with the amount, Formal plays more S&D off stream than I would say almost any pro player. I think that's safe to say, with the amount that I know he grinds. And trust me, he knows how close he was to streaks right there.
Oh, it's a big Slasher. Dive out on his belly.
Oh, man. That was so funny looking. And oh, Karma just nails the first blood onto him there. That was hysterical. Oh, man. You keep thinking he's going to hit those shots. Just whiffs it to the left.
Well, Formal just keeping eyes on mid-map, make it very scary for Envy to try and make a play. Gunfight going down towards B.
Crim's gonna get pinched.
Trying to back him up. He should be dead in just a moment. The pinch is coming in. Can the two players from OpTic hold off? Nope. Crim's gonna drop. Next should be Scump. Scump falls as well. Formal able to connect on a snipe, but he may... Well, actually, Karma won that gunfight. I thought he lost it for a moment. Actually ends up being a 2. 2v1 for OpTic Gaming.
Formal season. Bye-bye, Hook. Again, if you know Formal's alive and Karma's alive, and you see someone standing watching a lane, it's going to be Formal with a sniper. Look at Hook kind of strafe back in and try to challenge us. It's never going to work. Challenge, I mean, if he doesn't start pre-firing the exact part of the heady that he's going to peek from, that's a completely different round.
I don't know. Do you even need to peek that, I guess is my question.
No, probably not. Probably not at all. Envy stay alive in this game. It all starts with the first blood with Hook's sniper. Can he keep this going? Can he shut down Formal and that car 98?
Well, see Hook with a bar playing back B. Offense from Scump and Company trying to inch their way forward. I don't know if they use those smokes. They don't see anything on the cross. They don't realize, I guess he's already in the A site. They play it aggressive. And it is a first pick for Envy that's very quickly answered for OpTic Gaming.
Formal inside that opposite dock's window, trying to watch over this site. Still a minute left. If I'm OpTic, I'm saying, stay alive, let Crim make the play. Can we swap to Crim very quickly? Does he have mount on? No, he does not. So he's taking his time. Yeah. He's taking his time. He can't be loud.
I'm coming, guys.
Unfortunately, though, it's literally taking so long. Finally, he gets here, but already even just one kill is damage being done to his team. Spots the second. There goes Hook. Again, they played around Crim making the play. Props to OpTic there for being patient and trusting in their teammate. Crim has now made this a 2v1.
I love to hear the comms there. Crim's like, I'm coming. Yeah. Are you here yet? Yeah. Finally.
I forgot to switch to my mount.
All right, Tim.
Quiet game for play, too.
Yeah, very quiet game, but tell you what, this would be one loud 1v2 if he's able to make it.
Formal should have the kill here any moment.
30 seconds on the cross. Able to win the one.
Oh,
you heard a shot, came his position, and he challenges it, gets one bullet into him. Does Formal hit the shot is the question here. He's waiting for him to re-peek. Oh, if he just held it for one more second.
Gosh, 18 seconds left. Formal peeks on out. Temp gets him one shot. Formal's playing this so perfectly.
Toying with him.
He knows when he has to check. Next Temp still firing. This game is done. Formal gets the kill as well as he's played with his food on the main stage. OpTic up 2-0.
Yeah, Temp just seemed maybe a little bit indecisive there. Like, he couldn't decide if he wanted to try and stick it. He couldn't decide if he wanted to hold the left edge, if he wanted to push it. Like, I don't know. It felt like he was kind of caught in between multiple actions. It just never...
Of course, United, if they do win that matchup, they will secure their spot in stage 1. They're currently down 2-0 to Complexity. They just lost that search and destroy. But one of the bigger games, Mark, I know you've been keeping your eye out on it. It's Splice versus Echo Fox. Echo Fox are 2-1 up in the series, and they are just destroying Splice as well. 177 to 53. I mean, Splice may not finish top 2 in their pool.
Yeah, that'll surprise a lot of people, obviously, depending on that open bracket team. But Splice will have a loss to E United and now a loss to Echo Fox. You know, not a lot of people expected that.
Well, OpTic Gaming versus Team EnvyUS, map number 3 underway. CTF on Arden first.
Here we go, OpTic looking to close this out with a quick and clean sweep, 3-0. Or can Envy muster something here in battle back, Jack?
Well, already Karma's snuck in and pulled the EnvyUS flag, even with 3 players still alive. If he wins this one-on-one gunfight, he has a chance if he can just get behind this rock. No, it's not gonna happen. It is Hook who cuts him down just in time, and that'll be a flag return for Envy. I thought OpTic were gonna cap in the first minute, but that's not the case.
What do you think the problem is with Envy right now? Is it just OpTic's clearly much better of a team, or I feel like it just seems like Envy's not playing together sometimes.
Yeah, Envy's got greater issues overall right now.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where, you know, when there's been roster changes in the past where, you know, a player's left a team or been removed from a team and they finally are able to like excel with their new roster because of their play style has changed to benefit them, or the way that the team plays overall has benefit. I feel like right now we have Envy players who all want and do something a little bit different than what the overall goal is of the team, and it's coming back to bite them.
Yeah, no, I can agree with that.
They're just not as in sync as we all thought they would be, especially with them having teamed together, you know, 3 years ago.
Oh, taking a look at Slasher as they're trying to mount the comeback in this series, inching his way forward here at the right side of bunker. Here we go. Let's hear the comms now. Astro listening for the boys in blue.
Hardpoint on me. Hardpoint, one shot.
Yellow nice going, Donnie.
Oh my god, I got picked. Yo, Formal's on a 4 streak.
Where's he going? Where's he going?
500. He was going to go probably first, or he's just camping because he has streaks. Or he's on streaks.
No, he's woodheady.
What's fire tank? What's fire tank?
Woodheady,
one shot. Woodheady dead.
Nice,
I'm
looking over you.
I guess.
You don't have to peek. He's on the stump heady.
He's weak.
I hit him too.
I'm stunned.
Another one there, Donnie.
I'm stunned. I can't
Another one there. I'm trying
play
to help
super
you.
safe for Formal. He's on a 5 streak.
Yeah, I'm playing. Where's he at?
I don't.
Fire tank.
I think that could be Formal. Hold up. Stay up. I'm pushing him.
I'm holding. Still left side, dead. Nice. That was a fire tank. He's got me their side first, bro. I think he's first side.
Fire weak. Oh, I got naded.
Nice.
That's not him.
He's still 4. There's one on me fire.
He's one off streaks, bro. Keep slow playing. Pretty sure he's fire. That's not him.
I don't know where he's at. I think he's fire, bro. I think he's just looking at the cross and fire, Nick.
Hold on.
One was the map. Yeah, that's him. He's one shot. He's absolute.
Should we pull out mountain?
Yeah, low key. Oh well.
God damn it.
Yo, one might be our cabin truck. Could be even ruins, bro.
Top plat.
Stay alive, come and help.
I got native wood.
He's picking up, I'll pick him out.
Top plat, one shot. He's one bullet top plat. I hit him 3 or 4 times.
Start pick right now. I got him. Could be close right, Kyler.
What truck? Nate to the left. I'm picking him again.
I got this. I don't see him, Kyler. We still need to kill Matt.
Let's do bunker.
We still need to kill Matt. I'm gonna pinch him.
Yo, he's fire. He's full.
He is full. Fine. He's still fire weak.
Shit.
Fine.
Ran out of bunker, one shot, dead.
Nice. Stay alive. I'm holding his
bunker. What's a bunker?
He's still holding fire.
You know, you hear, when you hear like, what, 2.5 minutes into the game, do we need to pull up mountain? Do we need to pull up mountain? Because Formal's yet to, well, he just died for the first time. He was 7-0, and you saw how concerned they were with killing him fire. Like, that was almost the sole focus of the first 30 seconds of that listening?
Yeah, and again, for those at home keeping track, obviously they say, do we have to pull out mountain? It's because those streaks can be called on in, and when you got a fighter pilot flying in and you don't have mountain on a map like this, you're gonna die to it. Simple as that. So Envy making sure to adjust to that. Now they have to worry about that, Clint, until the streaks are used. Their typical setup, they don't want to be running mountain. As you can hear, they have to switch to it. But now they have to be panicked and worry about having mountain on for as long as Formal has those streaks.
And there's a couple disadvantages, right? You know, you don't have the speed then of airborne inconspicuous class, right? Or if you're running maybe mountain primed, or sorry.
If you don't have your strafe speed with infantry now.
Yes, that too. Or if I mean, there's a couple different disadvantages you get by running mountain. So we'll see if maybe that gives a little bit of an edge here as you see the mountain class out for multiple players.
Yep. Oh, Krim, a couple shaky shots there, but we'll get the kill again. Arden Forest is a very, very slower paced CTF map. We saw earlier on the docks there was engagements going on left and right, like 7 flag pulls in 7 minutes. That is not the case here. On a map like Arden Forest, how far back you can spawn. Look at where OpTic just spawned in their base. All the way behind that back hut. For as long as they spawn there, they can continue to make sure Envy don't pull their flag.
Well, Classic trying to make a play. He's got a little bit of help there from Hook, but 2 players now coming off a spawn for either side. Wrapping back to the base is going to be OpTic Gaming. Classic already teeing him up though. The stun will slow him down for a moment. He's trying to peek the edge. Can he win this gunfight against Formal? He's going to challenge, but actually Krim's grenade that gets him in the end. Nice 2 kills there from Krim, but the pressure still mounting from Slasher. And up mid-cut, let's say if Tim can win that fight, They're really going to start flying in now.
Yep, and again, if Temp wins that fight, that's 3 players dead in a matter of 1 second. You should see Slashers go for a pull here. Nope, not enough time. That will end the first side. That's just like I expected, 0-0 between these two teams.
Very, very tight first half. Did we even have a pull after Karma's first pull to open the round?
No. No, sir.
And that, I mean, what that tells me is, yes, is it partially the map? Sure. But also just, I don't know, structured gameplay. If they spawn out, they know they need to rotate back. Good defense from either side. We'll see if the second half maybe provides a little bit more action.
Looking at this now, the one thing that I think is going to separate these teams is perfect switch paradox, is Formal with these streaks. Is it the difference maker that can get OpTic the lead in this game in the 3-0 sweep? Again, still using the flamethrower, which I got to talk to more players about this, because maybe it's the strength that you can pull out the flamethrower, die, and still use it again until the juice is gone.
I think it's an accident without question. I just think it's something
we've seen it so much today, though. It's happened in more games than not, where people have flamethrower on. Yeah. I thought that earlier today, but now more and more I'm seeing players keep it on. I mean, I struggle to believe that on an Ardennes Forest CTF, you'd rather have a flamethrower on than artillery.
Maybe in bunker, you're just spraying in there or something, I guess, but we'll see. I mean, if it doesn't get pulled out at any point, I think that answers the question for me. But as you take a look at the stats right now, you have a really strong start from Slasher. He's going 14-7. Let's hop over to Scump. He's 4-10 right now. He's having a slower game. You know, we heard the comms from Envy throughout the course of that first half. Let's go to an Astro listening with OpTic.
Yo, behind me, Kevin Heady. He's going back towards Cabin Cut. He's still on the Heady hoop.
Yeah, he's still on the head glitch.
I hit him hard with the nade. I hit him hard with the nade.
I'm just playing circle. Yep, they're still there. Dead. One was in bunker.
Fire tank.
Slasher was in bunker.
Oh, Cabin. He's going mid-map. Last hard point.
Oh, he got him. Nice. Last go's probably bunker. It's
I'm pushing.
He could have OE'd, but he's probably bunker. I'm stunning broken real quick.
I'm in bunker.
Okay.
Coming, Damon.
I'm stunning back flag.
He's on their flag,
I'm pushing up outside.
Dead.
Nice, big one, Damon. Go, Damon.
Playing bunker on me. I smoked their flag. He's pushing front bunker.
Nice.
Yeah, he went back.
Okay.
Their flag's smoked, by the way.
I have streaks, too. We can use him here. We can trap him in. Yeah, you guys want to get in bunker?
I'm going first. I'm watching first.
Yeah, one's back flag right now.
You just wait for me.
Kill one first.
Wait. I'm bombing. Don't die.
Two. They're going inside bunker like all of them.
Yeah, all back bunker.
I got one.
I got two. Good two. I have bell cross.
Last guy in bunker probably.
Back flag. I'm picking up OE.
He dropped the detonate bunker. I got you. I got it.
Run it.
He's right behind you, dead.
Nice. Good job. Okay, Donnie.
One behind him. Two behind him. One in middle. One fire tank.
Fire tank right now. Yeah, last one's behind him. Fire tank right now.
I got it.
Fire tank. Got him.
Nice. Good shit.
Way to set that up. Good shit. Bell.
I'm outside a bunker. Holding barrel. He's here.
Looking fire tank.
Alright, I'm close to streaks.
Backfire right now.
I'm holding bunker. He went window.
Can they get broken or no?
Window on me. One is going no man's to first.
Oh, he naded. One's bunker. Inside a bunker. One's first. First. In bunker.
First, right? Oh, no,
Bunker, Slasher.
He's one shot. Wow.
He's middle. That guy was middle. Fire tank. He's probably our army.
He's up 2 full streaks, right?
I have one more.
A couple big kills there from Slasher. You heard Krim say he was close to streaks. Formal was about to wrap through again. He still had a fighter pilot to work with, but Slasher picks up both kills. But I really like the communication from OpTic Gaming on that push and score. It was fantastic.
Yeah. And it doesn't get much better than when you have Formal at 16-5. I can tell you're in a good spot with that, too. He went off in map 2 in the S&D. Now 16-5, triple positive. Hook is 5-11, and I'm going to say it outright right now, Maven. I think Hook has been one of my bigger letdowns of Call of Duty World War II right now.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are still sharing the opinion of give it time. I guess the question is just how much time.
I called him the prodigal son. I thought he was going to come back and be championship ready instantly.
If he's God 2 months from now, I think it still all works out for Envy.
But right now, Hook is a letdown for me. And it hurts to say, I was his first ever interview with Hook when he was just a little kid. Now he sucks. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, they still got a chance here. They got the flag out. They have a clear lane, but there is still one more streak. They should still have Mountain on, right?
Well, somebody doesn't. Just spraying right now.
It's a cap. It's still a cap. They got this. Unless a God nade comes in right here. They got it. They got it. Envy tying up with a minute left.
And Temp, the one that gets it in.
Oh, gosh.
No airborne there, but I was thinking maybe just a counter for a moment. Krim is still here, still an opportunity for it, but can't win the one-on-one.
Oh, my gosh.
There's potential for a quick counter, but Envy won every single gunfight.
I thought Karma at least could have grabbed that flag and run right back into bunker, unless Slasher hits perfect shots. okay. I mean, he challenges it, and that doesn't work out for him there at all. And that's definitely not a nade, I don't think.
Right back at his own feet. Well, second half here, under 30 seconds to go. Will we see OT? Nobody really in a good spot to make a play here in the final 20 seconds. Only one push forward at all is going to be Hook. He's by his lonesome. He's sniffed out and he's picked. Yeah, maybe you have a push here for OpTic. One opportunity. You need a little bit of luck on your side, but that is an opening kill from Formal. Now pushing in, wins a big one-on-one. Scump not able to grab it though. Can anyone get a touch here in the final seconds?
They've got to touch it.
2 seconds. Got to touch it. They grabbed it, and he's out. Off to the races. Crim6 with flag. Karma with cover. Envy coming off a spawn and trying to make a play.
Oh, he just gets terrible timing on the player pushing bunker. Someone's just going to be behind him in cabin. They've spotted him. Will the flag player turn around? It doesn't appear so! He's got around the corner, but a nade from Slasher! A two-piece nade! It's Hook here trying to get the return. They should have the re. Will they get the flag on out? They have it away still. This should be a return.
Wow. Whew. Take a breath. Take a breath. That was a wild into regulation, but yeah, that nade from Slasher just ends up being so huge.
If Karma doesn't get that abysmal time on the player bunker, he kills him, then trails cabin quicker. He doesn't have to, you know, sprint on in and force the play. But because you saw Karma watching bunker, he thought he was going to go inside. He went to peek outside. The second he left the outside peek, that player ran around the outside. Karma just caught terrible timing, and that's almost a saving grace right there, in my opinion, for Envy.
Well, that the grenade. Okay. Overtime. You've got a flamethrower from Formal.
Right?
Watch it makes the play and OT
you,
like win the game.
Again, now that we've seen it this long in his hand without using it, it's got to be a mistake.
It is. It just has to be. I can't tag any logic to it being in here. Couple kills go the way of OpTic Gaming. A lot of pressure here. Big one-on-one win. This should be a cap. There's one player left to beat. Hook does slow it down for a moment, but Scump able to grab it.
So this is what we saw earlier. All you need to do is watch this outside lane. Temp just gave his team a chance by gunning Formal right there. Formal was watching that lane with the AR and lost the gunfight.
He got absolutely smoked.
He had to have.
Now Slasher does the same thing to Crim.
That's his cap. So it will be, what, 58 seconds.
58 seconds. Big cap there from OpTic. They do it quickly. And that's just one of those times where you win the first couple gunfights off a spawn, you get in early for one, and they're able to bring it home. Envy gave themselves a chance for a moment. But
Formal should just sit in his flag with a flamethrower. I'm not kidding. That was 200 IQ. Yeah. He was thinking about OT.
That's exactly what you need. A team kill. When you have, what, one good push for this?
Yep.
So now they're going to have to wait
and there's
for him
a fighter
to pop.
pilot, too. They've got him pinned inside the cabin. They know where the final two are. If OpTic get these kills, it should be over. One player remaining. It's classic, the final hope from Envy. And oh, my God. Crim snaps on him there. OpTic now looking for the capture. They've already got the win. Now they want the dagger. It's going to happen. Drop the controllers, Envy. GG. Temp just left the game. If that doesn't sum up the series, E Classico goes to OpTic Gaming.
And once again, Merc, you said it before the series even began. They haven't been that close in recent memory, and OpTic Gaming, the 3-0 there, that has to feel good if you're an OpTic Gaming fan.
Oh, absolutely. But this is the thing, right? And this is when OpTic has struggled in the past. They have a group that they can just fly through. Winners round one comes out, and they have a very tough matchup. That's where they struggle. If they get off to a very slow start tomorrow, that's what we're seeing, you know, just have some trouble in the past.